officer for postgraduate study. So if you do have any queries after this session that maybe I didn't answer, or you get after this here session and then you think, gosh, why didn't I ask that? There's our email address at postgradstudy@ulster.ac.uk, and our team will be happy to help you. If you do have any queries about what kind of course you think might be best for you, the application process, which I will be going further into anyway, just pop us an email, or you can actually give me a call as well, and I'll let you know my numbers as well at the end of the session. But if you have any queries, just put them in the chat, and I'll be happy to answer them as I go along. So let's start then with the benefits of studying at Ulster University and also undertaking postgraduate study. So there is excellent conversion courses if you want to change career. So a lot of our courses, our postgraduate courses, you don't really need a specific undergraduate degree. You just need an undergraduate degree and a specific qualification to help you then. So if you decided then to do, say, something like fine art, and then you wanted to focus on a business course, you can do that for some of our courses, and I can outline them for you if you're a little bit unsure about those. You do gain a competitive edge in employment to help you then further in your career. You will gain personal fulfillment, and you will be taught by our experts. You are supported in a study environment, so we do have a lot of supportive services available, such as our employability team, our wellbeing team. Our library services are there to help you as well in regards to your academic studies. And there are other different departments as well to help you throughout your studies here at Ulster University. There are academic and professional qualifications. So again, if you're not ready to do a full master's course, we do have postgraduate diplomas and postgraduate certificates, as well as postgraduate short courses to kind of get a feel for what a postgraduate course may feel like. So you can always start with those courses and then build your way up to a master's qualification as well. And alongside here, studying at Ulster University, you will gain great links with industry bodies and employers. A lot of our postgraduate courses work with a lot of employers, so they would come in and talk to you about their businesses. They may need your advice depending on your course. So you do work with a lot of different businesses and gain a lot of networks that will then help you further within your career. And just FYI, I'm currently doing my master's course as well while working full-time in marketing. So I have an understanding of what it's like working full-time and then studying part-time and trying to manage my studies alongside that. And I would have experience then on what it's like to really study a master's course as well. So if you do have any queries about my experience, please don't hesitate to ask. Now, there are quantifiable benefits in postgraduate study. You will gain an average amount of postgraduate compared to your graduate colleagues. Postgraduates are 21% more likely to be in high-skilled employment. And then data from the Department of Education has shown that earnings and employment rate in Northern Ireland increase in line of education. And you can find more information on the sources there that I have there on the screen if you want to look further into that there. But I can provide more information if you are more interested in all of that there afterwards. Now, what we offer, again, we do offer flexible modes of study, so you don't have to study a master's course full-time. There are part-time and distance learning courses available. So we do have a number of options there, depending on what your availability is like. Again, like I mentioned previously, we do have flexible study levels. So we have our short courses, our postgraduate certificate, our postgraduate diploma, and then our master's courses as well. And a short course, postgraduate certificate and diploma is a great way to kind of get a feel for a full master's course as well. So if you're not ready, if you feel like a master's may be too much for you, you can always start with a PG Cert or a PG Dip and then work your way up as well. So if you do have any queries about that, don't hesitate to ask. And we do work with a broad range of industry networks to include professional accreditation where possible. So we do work with employers within our courses within Ulster University as well. So when you're applying to Ulster University, you can apply online at ulster.ac.uk on each of the courses pages on the online prospectus. Technically, there is no official closing date for most courses and applications are rolling. However, I do advise that you apply as soon as you can as course places are limited. Now, there is we usually advise that you apply at least 2 weeks before the start date in September, just to give yourself enough time so you're aware then of the schedule and the different things that the course will entail. Now, if you are wanting to apply for multiple courses, you will need to do a separate application for each one. So if you're wanting to apply for biomedical science, but then you also want to apply for computing, you will have to do 2 separate applications. You won't be able to apply for both in the one application. And make sure to fully complete the application. And if you are in doubt, you can contact me in order to help, because I will be able to access the information to see if your application has come through on our end as well. Now, when you are applying, again, you can do so on our prospectus online, and there is the wee course search button there, and you can search for your course and the level that you want to do. Once you then find your course here, it shows you the level it is, the postgraduate course, whether it's part-time, full-time, the year that you will be starting at, and then the campus that it's based on as well. Once you click then into your course, I've highlighted the Apply Now button, which then outlines then, once you click into that, it brings you then into your application. And then I'll go further into that. Is a personal statement required for yes, so whenever you are applying for the postgraduate course, you will need to provide a personal statement. Now, it doesn't have to be that long, and I will show you a link later which outlines specifically what that will need to entail. So don't worry, I'll go into a wee bit further into that. So whenever you're looking at the course, each of the course pages has information such as modules, entry requirements, fees and funding, and a contact tab. So entry requirements will outline then what information you need, what course. Some may require a few GCSEs or specific honours class degree, but it will entail that. So if you have met the conditions, you will receive an unconditional offer. And if you are still studying and haven't received your results, you will receive a conditional offer. But the admissions team will be in touch with you in regards to that. So the contact tab is where you can actually get in touch with our course staff. So if you have a query about something specific to the course, which is maybe about the schedule or what the course may entail, if you have queries about the fees and finance and you're a little bit unsure of the costs, and if you have a query about your application, you can contact the course staff, the fees and finance team, and the admissions team through that form on the course page on our website as well. So if you do have any queries, that is a great way to get in touch with each of the separate teams in Ulster. So whenever you apply, you will be brought into the application, which you will then need to create your own online platform. So whenever you're choosing your application type, usually you will need to hit Postgrad, Home and EU. If you are an international student, you will have to click into Postgrad International / non-EU if applying from outside the EU. Once you get into that, it is very important that you choose the correct academic year. So if you are wanting to apply for this academic year, September 2022, you need to click into academic year 2022-2023. Once you have that, then it outlines all of the different sections that you need to complete. And I have actually put the link in here, which is ulster.ac.uk/study/postgraduate/application process. Now, if you do go into ulster.ac.uk/postgrad, scroll down at the bottom of the page, it will have the advice centre, which showcases the application process, and that outlines all of the sections here and what exactly you need to include in each of them. I don't want to probably go into every single section as the information is available online, but if you do have any queries specifically regarding that, please don't hesitate to ask me. But we've made sure that all of the information is available online so that the process is just a lot easier for you, and you're making sure that you're putting down all of the information that is required for the admissions team. So it's a great vital information on the website for you, just to help you with your application process. And whenever you finish the application, make sure to hit that application is complete button. Then whenever you complete your application, you will receive an email from the admissions team, usually on the next working day. And to speed up the application process, we do advise that you send the evidence of your qualifications to them, but they will outline what exactly they will need from you within those emails. And you can check on updates on your application when you log back in, and then you click on the relevant processed application, which will then display a summary of your application and what the admissions team then have decided. So it will outline if any changes have been made on that. Now, fees and finance. Courses start from £6,410 for academic year 2023. Now, not all courses are £6,410, but if you go into our fees and finance page, it will outline the exact amount of your course. It will outline the specific amount for your course, as each course will have a different fee on top of that. There are flexible payment options available for you. So if you want to pay monthly, if you are funding this on your own, and also you will gain 10% alumni discount if you are a graduate from Ulster University. There is a £5 discount for upfront payments. So if you are paying, if you are self-funded and you want to pay everything upfront, there is a 5% discount fee, which is really good. And a lot of people still don't know this, but there are loans available of up to £5,500 to help you with your fees in regards to postgraduate study. So if you do have any queries regarding that, or you want to know where the links are, just let me know and I can send them to you. But there are loans available for you to help you with your fees in regards to postgraduate study. But really, that's it from me. If you do have any queries, email me at postgradstudy@ulster.ac.uk. I'm happy to answer any queries now if you do have any regarding your journey for postgraduate study, regarding maybe your application. Any queries?
Sarah or Laura, this is a really great opportunity. You know, feel free to put on your camera and speak to Megan in terms of any concerns that you have. Is it postgrad? Is it something that you're really considering for the new academic year? Just out of curiosity. Megan, it's very interesting there to note that you had mentioned about the 5,000 plus loan available. Is that through a career development loan through your local bank, or how is that funded?
So that's through Student Finance NI. So it's quite similar to the undergraduate loan that they receive, but it's specifically a postgraduate loan just to help with their fees. Yes.
That's right. That's great to know. And can I just clarify, in terms of a master's program, it is a calendar year, isn't that right?
Calendar year?
Yes, and a full calendar year. It starts in September and ends in September, rather than an academic year.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So just to be mindful, Sarah and Laura there. So say, for example, if you were starting a master's in September 2022, that would run right through to the end of August, beginning of September 2023.
Yes.
There is a summer semester.
If you're doing it part-time, obviously it would take up to 3 years, but you can do it in 2 years if you do decide to do your dissertation over the summer period. If not, then you won't finish until that following year in December. And you can start in January. We do have some courses that start in January time, so then again it would be January to January if that was the case, but a lot of our students would start in September academic year.
Brilliant, that is great. Thanks very much indeed, Megan. And Sarah, just out of curiosity, and Laura as well there, were you considering a postgrad commencing in September? Is it something you've considered? Very good question there. Laura has got a question there in relation to, is the process the same for PhDs?
So PhD process is slightly different. You will need to create a proposal in regards if you're wanting to apply the the funded postgraduate diplomas. If you are interested in doing a PhD, Laura, you can email me a postgrad study and I can get you in contact with the PhD team, because there's a different process in regards to that. You wouldn't apply like you would usually for a master's, but I can help you in regards to if you're interested in understanding more of the process for that. And there are a lot of academic staff that can help you in regards to your proposal as well, based on the course or the specific research that you want to do as well. So if you don't mind, email me at postgradstudy@ulster.ac.uk and I can get you in touch with the team to just outline the specific process for that.
Is that okay, Laura? Yes, Sarah. If I was to do a postgrad diploma but later decided to do a master's, would I just have to add on a few modules, or would I have to do a new application the following year?
So you would be better actually talking to your course director. So whenever you apply for now, a lot of people actually apply for a master's and then decide to just do a postgraduate dip, because then whenever you say you're doing a master's full time and it's a full year and you've gained enough credits based on 3 or 4 modules, you can then finish and gain that postgraduate diploma, or you can then apply for the postgraduate diploma and then further on do the master's and continue on with that. You're better speaking with the course director, as they will understand the process a lot better and they'll know then what's best with you based on what you decide to do for that year. So Sarah, if you have a specific course that you're interested in and want me to get in touch with the course director to talk you through that process, again, just email me at postgradstudy@ulster.ac.uk. I just want to make sure that the journey is right for you, based on if you want to apply for the Masters and then finish whenever you've gained that enough credits, or do the PG dip and then further on do the Masters. It depends really what you want to do, but email me and then I'll be able to help you out with that.
Are you happy with that, Sarah? I hope that has answered your question. That's brilliant. It has indeed. Lovely. That's great. Any other questions, Laura or Sarah? Laura, I do know when you mentioned, you discussed there and talked about your interest in PhDs, I do know that because we would promote them from a career point of view, and they are usually advertised, i.e. the funded PhDs are usually advertised just before the Christmas holidays. Okay, and the closing date for the applications is typically just before St. Patrick's Day, the 17th of March. Okay, so just, you know, keep your eye, and that's the funded PhDs, you know, whereby you are given a 14,000 plus per year to complete your PhD research. Self-funded PhDs is a little bit different. As Megan rightly mentioned there are a wide range of PhD supervisors. And really what you would do in that case is contact the supervisors in the particular area that you're interested in for self-funded PhDs. I do know that the PhD funded application process and the interview process, it is highly competitive because there are few spaces per faculty per year, because they are obviously funded by our local government. Okay, but the self-funded is definitely slightly different. It's a matter of you contacting a supervisor in your specialised area of interest. Is that okay, Laura? Brilliant. You're very, very welcome. Not a problem. Okay, Megan, that was excellent. A real professional outline in terms of applying to postgrad at Ulster. Quite a lot of times throughout the year we would get from the students, Donna, do I apply through UCAS? But Megan has clearly outlined there, it is through the university itself. Okay, that is great. Megan, thank you kindly. And as I say, this is recorded. And what I'm going to do, if you don't mind, does anybody have any slides that they would like Megan to go through again? Or any links? But you will receive a copy of this, so that's grand. No, you're good. Brilliant, Laura. That's great. Are you okay there, Sarah? Brilliant. Okay, for the purpose of Laura, I think maybe missing one of those slides earlier in terms of the careers. What I'll do is, Laura, I'll put up the slide for the graduate exit survey, and that is for all undergrads. It's something that the university does on a yearly basis. Okay. There we are. Okay, the graduate exit survey, and just in a whistle-stop tour there, Laura, is so that the university can understand the experiences you had at university, so that we can improve for future students coming behind you, and also to find out your employment status currently or over the next few months. And obviously the survey will take just literally 5 minutes or so, and you'll be in with a chance for winning prizes. So that is the link there. And as I say, that all of this information will be shared with you guys later. And please, if you could take 5 minutes, it's important to the university, particularly as your final year students. That's brilliant. Thank you very much indeed. Well, I think that's it, Megan. And Sarah and Laura, if anybody has any other questions before Megan ships on, is everybody happy? Megan, thank you kindly for your time today.
Oh no, thank you for having me. It's been lovely.
You're very welcome.